And hello, everyone. It is your girl, Tish Dinkins, CEO and founder of Paint Teaser LLC, where we help corporations, small businesses, and business professionals improve employee performance and boost morale through team building art events. I have another exciting episode lined up for you guys today. But first off, I want to say thank you guys for joining and that I missed you guys. We did not have a live stream last week because I was on a business trip. But don't worry, I did get a chance to get some R&R on the business trip because, as you know, our life just can't all be about work without any type of play and reset. But we'll save all of that jazz for another live. Today, what I want to focus on is very important. So, if you seen the last minute promotion for today's episode, which is a whole nother story in itself, um, I mentioned that next month, the month of April, is Stress Awareness Month. And so, one of the biggest transformations that our company offers through creativity and art is being able to relieve stress and anxiety and improve your quality of life. But why it's so important this week is because your girl, since she's been back in town, has been dealing with some stress. So I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I have been, without going into detail, I've been dealing with a lot of lazy people, a lot of incompetent people. Not to mention, I've been having some technical issues here and there. And of course, since your girl is up in age, I've been dealing with some medical challenges, which is a whole nother story in itself. But with that being said, I did not want to wait until the month of April to release this stress. So your girl had a wonderful idea that we will make that the focus of this week's episode. It's kind of a kill two birds with one stone type situation. I'm personally going to be able to relieve some much needed stress and frustration and anger that I've been dealing with this week through painting. And I also get to show you how you can do it as well. So, before we get started, let me give my normal shout outs on the main screen. I got my Facebook people, yeah. I got my LinkedIn people, yeah. And I have my YouTube people, yeah, yeah. And I got my Twitch folks, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're going to adjust the camera on there in just a minute. And then on my secondary camera, I got my day ones, my Instagram peeps, whoop, whoop. So let me go ahead and adjust these cameras. And then we're going to go ahead and get started to relieve some stress because your girl needs it right now. And if you need it, I suggest you stay tuned and soak up all this goodness. So hang tight. Let's fix this camera here. Okay, might need to move that back a little bit. Okay, there we are. I think you guys are good. And let's go over here to Instagram. Let's wait. Hello, Inga. Let's see who else. Hello, Tiana. Let's go ahead and adjust this camera so you guys can see. Okay, bear with me. Okay, I believe you guys are in frame now. So there we are. Hold on, this camera is really not wanting to cooperate today. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Okay, so the name of the game today is to relieve some stress. So, what we're going to do is a technique known as the flop cup. So, basically, what we're going to do is, oh, you know what? Your girl didn't get a cup. See there? I've been off kilter. I didn't even get a cup to layer. Okay, we're gonna use this bad boy right here. It don't look pretty, but it's gonna serve its purpose. So what we're gonna do is layer some colors in this cup. I'm trying to do 2 layers of each color to give it some contrast. And basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna flop the colors like that on the canvas. Just flop, flick of the wrist, flick of the wrist. And it's going to help get out some aggression, to get out some frustration. And at the same time, we're going to have a nice masterpiece as a result. So the end goal is to release this stress, to get back to our Zen place, to get back to our normal space, to reset, so we can tackle another day or another night with positivity. So that's the goal. Now, your girl is reusing an old canvas. This is actually a painting that I did, I think, last year that got damaged, which is a whole nother story. Your girl got a million stories and pressed for time, so we're not going to go into all these stories. But just know that this painting got damaged. So instead of throwing it out, we're just going to reuse it to do our flop cup technique today. And so what I have is a base. I'm going to use a base coat of white, and I'm going to pour it on the canvas to make a nice pillow of white. That's going to be our base. And then I'm going to take my colors one by one, like I said, and layer it in the cup. And then we're going to go ahead and flop it onto the pillow of white paint. And depending on how much paint we have, I may have to use some flow extender. I have some extra white to put on the ends. And we're just going to tilt it out. We're not going to spin it today. We're just going to tilt it. And hopefully we're going to have a really nice composition at the end. So let me go ahead and introduce my colors. Today I wanted to go with a rainbow theme because rainbows just make me happy. Rainbows are a symbol of happiness and beautifulness. And if you're a person that like colors, then this is going to fit in well with what we're trying to do today. So I had some leftover paint in my squeeze bottles that I use for my personal collection when I'm making paintings for myself. And so I said, well, I'll go ahead and just use these in order to flop. And I already prepped them. I made sure they were shaken up really good. So hopefully they'll pour out correctly like I want. But we're just going to go with regular standard colors. So we have bright red. We're going to use some vivid orange. We have bright yellow. I have some aqua green, or you may know it as turquoise. Some metallic purple. I have some regular bright green, and then I have bright blue. And like I said, I do have some, well, I don't have as much as I thought in here, but this should be enough to use as a flow extender, this extra white here, in case we don't have enough paint to complete the coverage on here. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is probably going to be messy, so I'm going to go ahead and put my apron on because I don't want to get paint on my clothing while I'm flopping. So let me tie this up in the back. And then, of course, we're going to put my gloves on so my hands won't get dirty. And I left my tweezers in the other room. So if we get any clumps of paint on here, I'll just off camera go get my tweezers and take it out of the painting. So, all right. So without further ado, let's put these gloves on and get started. And so, like I was stating, next month is going to be Stress Awareness Month. So all next week, I'm going to be showing you different painting techniques to not only produce beautiful masterpieces, but it's really going to focus on helping you release stress and anxiety. And the good thing about these techniques, they are quick, they are simple. And anytime you feel like you need to de-stress and you need to get back to that positive space, as long as you have your supplies and you're able to, then go ahead and make sure you implement these techniques. Because a lot of bad things happen when you're not in the right mood, and that's coming from experience. But that's another story as well. So, ooh wee. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna pour this out. Okay. And I'll probably stretch this out just a little bit more just to make sure that we have most of this center area um, covered. And guys, I'm starting to feel a little better already. And that's the thing about when you're painting and immersing yourself in creative activities. It's the process of actually going through the steps. You can literally, if you really focus and pay attention to what you're doing, you can literally feel and notice the change that you're going through um, as you're creating. And that's why I love this so much. Okay. Okay. I think that's a good enough. It's got the majority of the uh, canvas covered. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and layer these colors. And I think I'm going to do it in rainbow order. So the key to layering your cup is you want to tilt your cup to the side, and then you want to pour the paint along the side wall of the cup. I hate I'm out of my clear cups. You could actually see as the paint is pouring down, but um, we're just working with what we have. So we're just going to let that pour down the side. Let's see, I'll turn it around. Let's show you guys. See how I let that pour down the side and it goes down to the bottom. And what I'm going to do is layer each color in the same manner. And the purpose of this is to help keep the colors from mixing. I know a lot of artists, they just sit the cup down and pour it straight down. It's a personal preference. If you do it this way, it doesn't mix as much, especially depending on what technique you want to do. Certain techniques really turn out better when the colors are not mixed. And then some techniques, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so there was a big blob of yellow that came out. That's okay. Like I said, I'll get my tweezers and get that off camera. Let's see. We'll go with green next. Okay, and then I'll do the aqua green. Okay, then next we're going to do the bright blue. And I'll show you the cup once I'm finished layering it before we go ahead and flop. I am so excited about flopping because, like I said, I've been stressed out today, been dealing with some challenges all week, actually. And this is a perfect way to get it out of my system because for anyone that knows me, I don't like to be in an angry space. I can't function. I don't make proper decisions. It puts me in a funk, and sometimes it even makes me lazy. When I'm mad, I just don't want to do anything, and that's not helping anyone, especially me. So the quicker I can get out of a funky mood, the better. Okay, so we're going to go one more time with these colors, but let me show you how this looks. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, we're going to go one more again with these colors, and then we're going to flop it to release some anger. I may even grunt for you guys. I don't know. You guys let me know. I may even grunt as we're letting these colors flop. Let's see. Okay, and I'm putting them in the same order. Yellow. Okay, and then green. Okay, and I think I have what, 4 more colors. Have this. I'm not sure if we're gonna see any of this aqua green because it's a little thinner than the other colors, but whatever colors show up, that's what we're gonna deal with. We don't care. Because in the end, it's gonna end up beautiful anyway. Okay, blue. All right, 2 more colors. Our metallic purple. This is just making me so happy, you guys. It's almost the equivalent. Well, I'm not gonna say that. We may have some kids watch it, but just know that it's releasing some good feel good hormones, endorphins and oxytocin and all those things. Okay, so look at that cup. I think we have more than enough paint in this cup. Okay, so now for the fun part, let me scoop this back so you guys can see what we're gonna do. We're gonna flop this paint, and I'm gonna try not to do it extremely violent because I don't know how far this paint is gonna travel. I really don't want it to pop everywhere, but we're gonna see how it works. So on the count of 3, we're gonna get the flopping, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got some thick. Flop. Yeah. Ooh, that was very violent. Look at that. Oh, I don't know. It's something about that noise. It's, yeah. Okay. Yeah. There we go. You flop that paint. Okay. And let's see. I'm going to put a little white around the edges, and we're going to tilt this out to see what type of design. Ooh, I didn't shake this white up good enough. That's fine. We're going to spread it out. Spread it out and make sure. No worries. That's why I have my gloves. We're going to spread this out. Ooh, look at that. Because if you remember from previous videos, paint wants, ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's all thick and cottage cheese like. But if you remember from previous videos, paint likes to move with paint. It tends to move faster and better and flow better when it's adhering to a wet surface versus a dry canvas. So that's why we want to add our flow extender before we get to tilting. That way it'll help the paint move easier. Okay. I'm just using my finger here to help it move along. Okay, get some of that white there. Okay, so now we're going to tilt this out and see what type of design we got. We kind of got like some darkness going on right now, but we will see once we tilt it out. I'm just getting my sides here. Oh, a lot of that paint went right there. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and tilt and then see what we come out with. That felt good flopping that paint, y'all. Ooh, I'm gonna have to do more of that. Okay, so we're gonna tilt it. Make sure I get it to all 4 corners before. Let's see, actually it's starting to. Yeah, we got some thick pieces, so we're going to, like I said, I'm going to get my tweezers and go and let's get this last corner here. Oh, I like how this pink is showing up, you guys. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we got some thick pieces. Let me stretch that a little bit like that. Okay. All right, let me bring it in so you guys can see. I actually love that. That is beautiful. It almost looks like a map almost. Like you can see continents and rivers and whatnot. It almost has a landscape type feel. Let me tilt that a little bit more down in the corner there. Get some of that white off. Okay, I think that is great. All right, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. That was so much fun. And as usual, I will take photos and a video of this. I do see a couple of clumps. I see a clump there, and I see another clump in the corner, but I'll take some tweezers and pull those off. But this was a success if I can. And let me tell you something, you guys. I feel amazing. Whew, the stress and the tension that I was feeling before I started this is damn near gone. Pardon my French. Just oh my goodness. You guys just have to experience this for yourself. I know it's one thing for you guys to see me do it and hear how it's making me feel. Oops, I just dropped some paint on my toe. But it's another thing for you to experience it yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust these cameras. And wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. And I'm going to have to get this paint off my toe. But let me adjust this camera. Okay, I think you guys can see me. Let me go over to Instagram. Okay, let me wave at some people. Hello, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let me adjust the camera so you guys can see me. Okay. Well, your girl feels a lot better. Yes, this is why I do this. Not only because I'm an artist and I just love doing art, but I'm telling you guys, I know I sound like a broken record, but there is 100% truth to what I'm saying. When you are expressing yourself through creativity, you just have no idea how it transforms you. I'm telling you, anytime you're in a funk, this is one of the best things to do to get out of a funk. And like I said, I'm so glad I had the opportunity to let you see the process firsthand on the live, and you actually witness it for yourself. And so, you know, that's going to be my focus from here on out, helping you guys and showing you tips, giving you tips and tricks on how you too can get to a better space mentally, so you'll be able to flourish in the other areas of your life. So that's what we're going to be doing. So the next few episodes, especially for the month of April, since it's Stress Awareness Month, we will be focusing on techniques to help us deal with stress and anxiety. And I'm open to suggestions too. If you guys have questions, make sure you comment on the live, whether you're actually watching live or if you're watching the replay. I will make it my mission to answer any questions or offer you guys assistance that you may need, because the goal is to make sure I impact tons of people through creativity. So if you're on the main screen, you'll see the resource there on the ticker. Go to www.paintandelevate.com to get your resource. It goes a little bit more into detail as far as why we're so overwhelmed and stressed, and how creating art and art activities can help provide a solution. And again, my Instagram fam, you guys make sure you go to that website as well, although it's not on the screen. It's www.paintandelevate.com. And also make sure you guys stay tuned to all my social medias and to your emails. I know I sound like a broken record, but I know people have to be reminded over and over and over again until they really get the message. But there are going to be some new things coming up throughout the year, so make sure you stay plugged in so you're able to receive that news and participate. So that's going to conclude this week's episode of Live Painting with Tish. Your girl feels so much better. I missed you guys. And so I'm so glad I had this opportunity to de-stress along with you. And I cannot wait until I see you guys next time on the next episode. This is your girl Tish Dinkins signing out, and I will see you next time.